I'm Rob Holloway. I work in the supply chain department at EU Automation, and I work at the headquarters in Stafford. Yeah, so it was a fairly big player within the aerospace industry in the UK, a company that had ordered from us fairly frequently down the years, and we had a good relationship with them. They had a request which, a lot of their requests were urgent, but this one was particularly urgent. I do remember it quite well. Even though it was a few years ago, it is one that kind of stuck in my head really. The inquiry came in at about 8 o'clock in the morning, at 8:30 I think it was, to be exact. We were used to dealing with urgent inquiries, but this particular inquiry was more urgent than the normal urgent requirements, and the customer requested a delivery the same day, which obviously we'd done before when we ordered with UK companies. The stock for this particular part wasn't available in our UK stock. So we got to work on looking at where the part was available, who could deliver it in the quickest possible time, and we were left with an option from a supplier in Europe. We'd never done one of these same-day deliveries to the UK before from Europe. It looked doable. We said, yeah, let's give it a go. We then contacted the courier company who we'd spoken to at the beginning of the day to see what they could do now that we had the order, and they said, yep, leave it with us. We will deliver this part today to you in the UK. I was like, great. We're happy. So then there's a few hours where not much happens really. Everything's kind of moving, the part's just being picked up and it's then on its way over to Europe. So you're kind of bracing yourself and the anticipation is building. So yeah, towards the end of the day we get a notification that the part has departed Europe on a plane on the way to Manchester Airport. So yeah, we're on track at this stage. So if I remember rightly, it was about 5 o'clock and we got the notification that part had landed at Manchester Airport. So the main challenge that we now had at this point was that obviously no warehouse were going to be open and it can get delivered. I then took on myself to the part was routed to be delivered to my house, and then we had a separate courier that was also arranged to pick up the part from my house once the initial courier had delivered it. It was now about 7 o'clock. And the door went, and it was the courier driver with the part that had come over on the plane, and all I had to do was check the part number on the part, put the delivery note in the box, seal the box up, and then there was another courier driver who was actually waiting outside my house to then drive it onto the customer in Bristol. And I believe we delivered the part, if I remember rightly, about 10:30 in the evening. We said we'd deliver by the end of that day, and yeah, everybody was really, really happy, and Christmas well and truly began that evening. The customer was over the moon. In the current day EU Automation, these type of jobs are quite common. We sort of do them quite a lot. Back then, as I say, it was a few years ago, it was very rare that we attempted, and this was the first one. I think what I'd say to any customer who had a similar request and wasn't sure whether we could do it, ask us. The amount of times customers sort of go, wow, you can actually do that, and we can. Ask the question, nothing's off limits. If we can't do it, we'll tell you. If we can, we'll do our best to do it. So just ask the question.